All right, Maddie. We're going to take a look at your backstroke here, and you're a fairly natural backstroker. A couple of things that I keep commenting on. I think you need a little more shoulder roll, and you need to be turning those hands at entry, so you're entering with pinky first, and getting a little bit deeper and more on your side for your backstroke pull. So as we're watching the hand here, we'll watch the right hand, and I'm going frame by frame. But you can just see as you're entering how the hand is still kind of on the back of the hand. So I see the arm here, and then you can see your back of the hand kind of hitting the top of the water. The fingertips are pointed slightly upward, okay, at that point. So you're kind of cupping that hand. And you just see on this other side, what I should see is your shoulders here in line with the body. I should see the shoulder a little bit higher out of the water and more on that second line, so it goes down from the hips from there, but the shoulder is out of the water as the other arm's entering, so you're more on your side. As you can tell there, you're more on the flat part of your back, so you're rotating just a little bit late and not rotating enough. Then you can tell your hand, even at this point, is still on the surface of the water, and it just kind of gets stalled there as it hits with the back of the hand. On this side again, you can see you come over, and I'd like to see you be pinky first at this point, so even a little bit before that. So if I back up a few frames, right here, I would like to see you already have that hand turned, so you're already pinky first. And you can see, I can see up your arm here, and the pinky is turned so the back of your hand is pointing back towards the back wall. And I would like to see your hand turned so that the pinky's leading the way. So instead of even with the arm, the pinky's out in front, okay, and the palm is pointed straight at the sidewall, okay, so over here, instead of being pointed back towards the back wall. And then as you're moving ahead here, as we move into the frames, you can see you're coming over, and you can see you're still on your right side. So as you go to enter, you can see that elbow start to bend and the back of the hand hit the water, and you're very flat at this point. So I'm drawing shoulder to shoulder. It's a flat line. It's straight across here, and what we really want is we want this shoulder here, which is right there, is at the surface of the water, and we want that shoulder to be down here a little bit more under the water. And we want the opposite shoulder, and I'll erase the lines, but we want the right shoulder to be up here out of the water, and the left shoulder to be down here under the water. And you're laying very flat in the water right here. So the entry of your hand, again, you can see your hand here is palm to the ceiling. So you're laying the back of the hand on the surface of the water. So kind of pancaking the back of the hand on the water. And because of that, your entry is slow. So you're waiting for that rotation to happen. So it stalls out right there, and then there the shoulder gets up, and then you release that hand of the water. And we want that to happen quicker. We want the rotation to happen ahead of the hand, so you're entering pinky first with that hand, and those shoulder rolls are quicker and ahead of that. So over here you can see the shoulder came up, and the shoulder's dry at this point, and the hand's being picked up. Still like to see it turn more, and you're still kind of with the back of the hand. You can do that, but what I see with most people who do, they don't really have a very good shoulder roll. They're a little flatter with their backstroke, and that's what I'm seeing with you. You're relatively flat on your back. Head position and body position is good, but we would like to see a little more shoulder roll. And then again, as you come into the water, you can just see how you hit with the back of your hand, and you can see a little bit of a splash there coming off that arm, and then it just kind of stalls there for a second before it starts to pull until you get rotation to the other side, okay? And then we go into the other hand, and you can just see that again. You can actually see as you're coming over, instead of a very straight arm, you can see where the elbow is out this direction and where the hand is turning back behind the head. We'll see that a lot more when we're looking at you coming towards the camera. we don't want that elbow to bend, and we definitely don't want to be on with that shoulder, this left shoulder up out of the water. At this point, we want the right shoulder out of the water and the left shoulder in the water. And as we move forward into the turn, again, I just think you can be a little bit more aggressive with that freestyle stroke into the wall. Get those hips over. Nice depth on your push off and your kick out. Maybe a little faster with the kick out as far as the feet. And then again, we can see this arm coming over, and you can just see the flat of the hand, and it will lay there for a split second before you transition into your pull. So we talk a lot about stroke rate in terms of backstroke, and it's hard to have a fast stroke rate if your hand hits the water and stalls every time that you take a pull. And again, you can just see how flat on your back you are at this point when we should be on our side, okay? As I've drawn the lines before, this is where this the right shoulder, should be here underwater, and your left shoulder should be here out of the water. And you can just see you're flat on your back right now, so both shoulders are under the water, and you're not on that side, you're on your flat back. And if we want to get more power in our stroke, we need to have rotation at entry. And then you can see the rotation happens after that. So it happens just a little bit late each time. And we go in that last stroke.